money will go into another project? Well, toward that project.
That's why we brought it. I mean, it came to us, and we were like, well, we don't want to just kind of bring it back.
We're not talking about that later. That's coming up later, right? Okay, we'll talk about that later.
But no, I want this
We'll
to
talk
be
about that later.
reminded on the training days orientation before school starts that we have a policy. Everybody has to get permission before supply.
Yep. Okay, so let's just focus on the soybean grant, please. So all in favor of soybean grant, please say aye. All opposed? Okay, we're good. Okay, Dr. Lucas, the wonderful cell phone policy.
Yeah, well, if there's any questions on my report, I'll take them now. The state did come up with a cell phone policy that can be reviewed by the policy committee. The policy committee is going to have a meeting to review the employee personnel handbook. We haven't seen it yet. They typically go through it. I would think you probably want to either pass the cell phone policy as I know you were at the school association meeting, but or you want to send it to the policy committee, one of the two. It's, I mean, you have to have, it's a bell-to-bell thing, so you got to have plans in place. I would recommend, the best thing I've seen for this is you put, at the high school level. The elementary level, they can be creative, watches, put their watches away, whatnot. At the high school level, we have kids coming and going. Just put up quarter lockers in one place, put a quarter in, key around their arm, right? And then they put their cell phone in there, okay? They go through school, all that. They don't have their cell phone on them. And if you take it from them or they pull the cell phone, just put it in the quarter locker, whatever it is. They get their key back, discipline as is. And then, at the end of the day, they can, or if they've done a full day or whatever, at the end of the day, they just turn the key, get their phone back. If they're leaving for lunch, they don't have to take their cell phone to lunch if they don't want to. They do, if they want to take their cell phone out, leave campus, do something, you have to put another quarter back in. But that would be my recommendation of how you handle the future, but that's something you guys can debate before August 1st.
August 1st has to be in place.
Right.
So,
What they had recommended, here's the policy. Basically, the only thing that we really have any choices on is on page 1, 2, 3. Property that's up and number 8, accessible to instruction time. On B, about
it does say that they have to be secure.
Yes, yeah, it
So
doesn't have
we'd
to
have,
secure,
if we
but we
collected
have
them in
to.
a box, we'd have to put them in the safe or
Right,
whatever.
yeah, there is.
They don't have to be locked.
Yeah, no,
They don't have to be locked, that was taken out.
yeah, they don't be locked, I mean, in the secure place, but I mean, this part is part of the interaction.
Oh, it doesn't say secure. It says inaccessible.
Well,
Which, what does that mean exactly, but it doesn't. I looked at the
That's-
actual censure code.
right,
To me, the intent was that you can't steal, like, somebody can't go in the office and steal all the phones.
right,
That's
we
why,
don't want them just sitting on the
Yeah.
counter just for anybody to come and grab one.
that's why, you know, what, you're gonna invest in the infrastructure, probably needs up. If you have a quarter locker or something where they have to put a quarter in, you're probably gonna need something.
See, they can't.
It's my understanding that they can.
Well, she
But I
said
don't
you
know.
could, but then the problem is, they can't even use it when we five people, so they're in their locker. We're really, I feel like it's gonna be tempting, and then there's just gonna be more of are going to be caught.
My understanding is they store them in their locker so you can access their locker.
Well, and that would be something we would have to add.
Okay,
So
so,
then they could never go back to the locker.
I agree with you in the intent, Tom, but I don't think that was my understanding.
I haven't heard anything.
She didn't say anything, I don't know, training, I guess, or whatever. The only other thing is that on the second to last page, it's just a kind of a notation that everybody knows that they are going to be annually, they have to collect the annual data annually as to how many infractions did we have, what did we do, what were ours, but they don't know what they're really, how much they're going to want within the set.
But that's, so, look,
Theft. So it's not bus is one.
which means that starting on the bottom of page 1, 2, 3, that is something that we may or may not use, that is optional. The bottom of page 3 to the top of page 5. Based on the law.
Right, 'cause it says may limit as far as bus rides, field trips, sporting events, yes. See, and it says may, so it's in there, but we don't have to.
I don't think we should have that policy.
Well, I think it should be just so that if they do wanna do it, then otherwise we have to go back and change the policy and say, never do it. It says may, it doesn't say shall.
Put that on the motion, please. I move that we have the principal and superintendent look at policy FFI, discuss it, come up with suggestions, and remove the policy. Or bring it back to the board.
Right, I'm just letting you know that.
It has to be by August 1st, is that correct?
Yeah.
You can do that without a second. Just have to.
So just by the July meeting. That's fine. Okay, so the motion, is there a second? The motion is that, the motion is we're going to allow our new superintendent and his two principals to, review this before the July meeting, come up with their recommendations, and then we will listen and, give their suggestions or whatever. Is there any discussion? Discussion? Discussion?
So do you want, we're not even doing any motion.
No?
I mean, as far as.
The motion is that we're going to allow Mr. Love to get together with his two principals before the July meeting, come up with suggestions on, and how to handle it.
Right, so that may be, either would have to.
Yeah, we'll have to do it that night, or we'll have to do it at a special meeting. We have to do it that night, or a special meeting before.
But that means we don't, we need to have a person.
You do, but you are gonna, just like you're gonna have, like a board regulation, you only have one reading. But if, for this, you'll have to have a second vote to waive the second.
Right, you can either wait a second vote or have another meeting.
We can have another
Week
meeting
later if
between
we have to.
between them.
she thought she'd be able to come up here and talk. She texted me today and she said, I just tell them that we got to do something. She went to training early June. She talked through the finances, looked at her books, all those different things. Oh yeah, to accept.
All in favor?
It was just one, this was a separate item.
That was kind of tricky, wasn't it? All in favor of accepting the superintendent's report? Okay, motion by James, second by Celeste, to accept the superintendent's report. Discussion, all in favor of accepting the superintendent's report, please say aye. Okay, motion passed. All right, now, time to go to lunch.
She just said, our milk prices are incredibly low. Our seconds are very, very low. And we need to keep walking our price of lunch up slowly. We've walked up a quarter every year. Seconds were at $1.